Alright, so our next question. It's asking us, what is the cosine function? So first, let's write down the definition. So the cosine function is one of the basic trigonometric functions, because the other two are sine function and tangent functions. And it is defined as the ratio of the side of the triangle adjacent to the angle divided by the hypotenuse. So, second point, it is the ratio of the side of the triangle adjacent to the angle divided by the hypotenuse. And let's draw a little graph to illustrate this. And let's calculate theta. So for here, it is our adjacent, and this part will be our opposite, and the longest side will be our hypotenuse. Alright. And this function is commonly used to solve problems involving distance or height given different parts of the triangle. And now let's try this with the example. So if we have a triangle here, let me write down the graph. So hypotenuse will be 17, and this side is 15, and this side is 8, and that is theta. And we would like to find out the result for cosine theta. So with respect to the angle, which in this case would be theta, it's right here, we can observe that the adjacent side has a measurement of 8 units, and the hypotenuse had a measurement of 17 units. So I'll just write it here. So this part will be adjacent, and 17 will be the hypotenuse side, and this part 15 is our opposite. Yep. Alright. So by knowing this, recalling what we just mentioned about, it is a ratio of the side of the triangle adjacent to the angle divided by the hypotenuse, which is adjacent over hypotenuse, which is just 8 over 17, because adjacent is 8 and hypotenuse is 17. Right. And also the cosine function is also related to the unit circle. And the unit circle is a circle centered on the origin 0, 0 of a Cartesian plane with a radius of 1 unit, and the cosine corresponds to the x-coordinate of the point with respect to the angle. So let me draw that down. All right. So this point is 1, 0 and 0, 1, negative 1, 0 and 0, negative 1. All right. All right. And now let's create an angle with pi over 6, which will somehow look like this. Right. So that's already here. Pi over 6. And this point, the coordinate of this point will be root 3 over 2, 1 over 2. And if we have an angle with, let's say, pi over 3, it will be here, pi over 3. So the coordinate for this point will be 1 over 2, root 3 over 2. Yep. And if we have a, let's say we have an angle here. Oops. Let me switch a color. So for here, our angle is gonna be 3 pi over 2, and the angle, the coordinate of the point is just gonna be 0, negative 1. Right. So by knowing this, let's figure out what is the cosine pi over 6 equal to. So we can just directly observe from the unit circle that the angle pi over 6 has a coordinate of root 3 over 2 and a y coordinate as 1 over 2, which is right here. So the cosine function takes the value of the x coordinate, which is cosine pi over 6 is equal to root 3 over 2. All right. Yeah, I think that's all we got for this question. Oops. I just need to charge my computer. Okay, so let's leave a comment there.